guys, so as always I'm going to start off with a cleansed and moisturized face. My face is cleansed and moisturized. I'm actually using an acne treatment moisturizer today because I had a little bit of a breakout. I'm actually using my Effaclar Duo. I have a video in the bottom bar about that. But the reason I mention that is because that actually gives my skin a really matte feel. It's a really nice mattifying lotion or moisturizer, so that's really good, especially when going under a tinted moisturizer, because a lot of times they're kind of creamy, and not that you can't set it, but if you have like a really light application of it, you may not want to. But I like to use a mattifying lotion, or I like to use a mattifying primer. This is my Becca primer, which is really good. So I'm just going to go in with the mattifying primer and rub it where I usually get oily. And that's in my T-zone. I try not to get it too far under my eyes, or at all anyway. Around my nose. My nails look so bad. But I actually also like to rub it around my brows, because I have to draw a lot of my brow on, and it really helps to have a nice matte surface. And I don't get oily in my forehead, but I like to keep my forehead not too shiny, especially since I like to use highlighting powders. Okay, and I'm going to let that sit a bit. Now, I like to apply tinted moisturizer either with my hands or with a buffing brush, because it is a tinted moisturizer. Sometimes doing this type of motion with a foundation will be alright, because you don't have to blend it as much as you would an actual moisturizer. Though I think you should blend all your foundation in and then take like a stippling brush and maybe stipple it to bring back the look of pores and to take away any smudges or anything like that. You can also use your hands. I'm going to be using my Samantha Chapman buffing brush. I'm going to apply a little bit here to the back of my hand, and you don't have to do that. You can definitely use like a blank CD or something like that as a palette. You can put it on the back of another product, something that's clean, but I'm going to apply it to my brush from the back of my hand and blend out and down. And this is just going to help it from getting into your pores. Okay, so as you see, I have a nice little first light coat here. This foundation is buildable, so I'm going to let this dry and set a little bit, and I'm going to go in for a second coat. As you can see, this foundation has beautiful coverage and beautiful coloring. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I worked really hard to get some good lighting for this video, not to be too bright or too dark, and hopefully you can see just the beautiful intonation of this foundation. It's very, very nicely colored. If you're of my skin tone, this should be a good match for you. Okay, so as you can see, I actually worked it all over my face, all over my whole entire mouth area, even over my lips. And I did that just to kind of balance out all the colors in my face. So now I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever 5-color concealer palette in number 4, available at Sephora. I'm going to take another Samantha Chapman brush and go in and get some of this salmon colored concealer. I'm going to go around my mouth area and under my eyes to brighten my face. This is really good for women who have darker areas of your face, around your mouth, hyperpigmentation, anything like that. Okay, so as you can see, I pretty much have my face really great looking, but still very natural. You can still see the texture of my skin. You can still see the color variation in different areas of my skin as far as highlights and contours go. So now I'm going to add a little bit more, and I'm going to be using my MAKEOVER number 5 color concealer palette in number 4, and I'm going to take some of this color right here, and I'm going to apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. See how it just gives that really nice shape, and it looks like my cheekbones are crazy right now.
Just gonna do that.
And you can see it gives that face a very beautiful shape. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of foundation on my brush and blend it out. So there you can see a very beautiful shape forming on the face. And I'm going to do the same thing to my other side. And keep in mind, I'm using a very little bit of product. I'm not piling a whole bunch up there. I'm just all letting it lightly have an effect. Very light. And the effect is to show off my face, not to show off itself. Now I'm going to go back into my concealer palette and take some of the darkest color, which is right here, and come in and really do that side. Just gonna lightly blend that up. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of this kind of, it's lighter than my skin, but it's not too pale and it's not too yellow. And I'm just gonna go in the inner corner of my eye. And right under, very close to the lash line, bring this color. And this is just to brighten my under eye just a very little bit without making it look too obvious. Your face is gonna look as amazing as it would if you really piled it up there. But taking your time and applying it like this and blending it out and really making use of your products, you're just gonna look amazing. It's not gonna be about your makeup. Just sweep it down my nose. I'm gonna now take some of that dark color again that I used for my cheeks and go in along the sides. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna go in and blot my foundation, taking out excess oil and excess product that's just sitting on my skin. And then following this, I'm going to use powder. I just wanted to show you guys how to get the most out of your tinted moisturizer if you're oily, if you need more coverage, if you're the type of girl who likes to look semi-beat, because believe me, when this face gets some blush and some mascara, it's gonna be on and popping, but you're not gonna really know why. It's just gonna, girl, Okay, so I got my e.l.f. HD powder, and I just cut a little piece of paper off, and I'm gonna sprinkle some into my cap. I'm gonna take the puff that actually comes with it, and I'm going to puff it all over my face. You know, we're all used to seeing people use brushes, but this is the way to get the most from your powder and the most from your foundation. Okay, so as you can see, I've done my eyebrows. My battery actually died, but I also just set my foundation. Now I'm going to go in, highlight my eyebrows, and apply a little bronzer. This is just going to help the eyebrows look fresher and your face just to look a little bit more glowy. Now I'm going to go in and further highlight. Now you can use many different pale gold or silver shimmery highlights, but I'm going to use an eyeshadow. I've actually used it a couple times and I really like it a lot. Either side makes for a really pretty highlight. This is called Illusionary Burning Ambition. This is from MAC. And I'm going to take the gold side on my fluffy brush here. And apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, so now that I'm all done, I'm going to take a little bit more of my e.l.f. HD powder and just go around my face and touch up anything that might get too oily, too shiny, or anything like that. Okay, and now here you go with your perfect blank canvas. From here you can add blush, you can add eyelashes, eyeliner, anything you do from here, your face is going to be amazing. Alright guys, so as always I want to thank you for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye.